I have no idea how to start this video off. But basically in my previous video about Mutant Mayhem, I mentioned how the only complaint I had with the movie is how there wasn't any sign of Casey Jones. And yes, I do understand the movie is about the origins of the Turtles and how the brothers set out to win the hearts of New Yorkers and be accepted as normal teenagers. But if they aren't going to add him, why can't I? But for those who are unfamiliar with Casey Jones, he is one of the main supporting allies in the TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stories. Arnold Bernard Casey Jones is a violent and hot-headed masked vigilante created by Eastman as a type of parody of vigilante characters from the comics in the 1980s. Yes, I know it's a very textbook-ass answer, but what else did you want? Anyways, let's move on. Casey Jones is known to be an arrogant and violent character most of the time, so it makes sense to assume that he would get into a lot of reckless fights. So, for the first part of his design, I would give him gauzes or bandages wrapped around his hands. As I am editing this video, I have no idea why I chose to put a random detail like bandages before the actual clothing, but fuck it. I can't be bothered to rearrange these text-to-speech messages. For the entire design, I would like to add features the past versions and iterations had without the entire concept looking like a monstrosity. So, for the clothing I would just use the classic 2003 pants, since I think it shows the more laid-back side of him even though he's violent as fuck. If that even makes sense. Like basically, they look comfortable okay. That's enough for me. I am not a designer. I've never claimed to be a designer. For the top I would either give him the jacket from this image here or the 2012 version, but cleaner and without the random paint splatters. Don't really have a reason for this. I just think that would look cool. Not everything needs a deep meaning, it's fine. I don't want the design to be really extra, but I would give him the headband used in the 2012 version and also the classic iconic hockey mask used in the live-action movie, as that is arguably his most iconic piece of accessory. Another minor detail I would add is a whistle to pay homage to John Luther Casey Jones, who was an American railroader who was killed when his passenger train collided with a stalled freight train at Vaughan, Mississippi, and became a folk hero after his death, as he sacrificed his own life in 1900 to save his train full of passengers from the horrific crash. He was also famous for his peculiar skill with the train whistle. After his death, he was commemorated in a song named after him by the Grateful Dead, which inspired Eastman to name the character after that. Sorry for the long-ass history lesson, but I feel like it would be a pretty cool indirect reference and a good way to pay homage to the engineer. For the weapons, I would obviously pick his infamous hockey stick, the bat used in the 80s animated show, and lastly, the cricket he used in the live-action movie to hit Raphael.
Nobody understands cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket. I'll teach you.
So, with all of this bullshit I have said for the past 3 minutes, what will he actually look like? I can't draw. Look, I am really sorry to the 3 viewers watching this, but I physically can't draw, so unfortunately I'm going to make it on Roblox. Okay, I tried my best, and this is really anticlimactic, but I hope you got somewhat of an idea. Assuming the 3 viewers are still watching. Probably aren't, but all I can say is sorry for wasting your time. Bye, nerds.
Stupid. Sign your forehead, Kruger. Bring that forehead.